Hello sport fans, welcome to another episode of my community sports. I'm very excited coming your way again after some times out of the show. My name is Bayonle Arashi. Welcome to community sports on Afrocentric television station channel 15.8 right here in Houston, Texas, USA. Welcome once again and hope you've been doing very well in the past few months, and of course hope the month of August has brought you lots of love, gift, and of course very good health. Straight to the sport news I have for you today on the show. FC Barcelona have loaned Philippe Coutinho to the German giant FC Bayern Munich for the whole season. Of course, the deal will cost Bayern Munich 7.8 million euros in wages, and of course the agreement includes an option for them to buy Philippe Coutinho at the end of the season for a fixed price of 109.8 million euros. Barcelona would like to thank Philippe Coutinho for his commitment and dedication, said an official statement on FC Barcelona website. Of course, that 27-year-old Brazilian have really struggled for form and of course for real peak performance with FC Barcelona since his big money move from Liverpool in 2017. He has scored 21 goals in 75 matches in all competitions for FC Barcelona, and of course making just 11 assists in 75 games. He actually transferred from Liverpool to Barcelona in January of 2018. Hopefully, Philippe Coutinho can pick up his big form at FC Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich fits his style a lot, and of course, it might just be another great player he used to be at FC Bayern Munich. He was given the jersey number 10 at FC Bayern Munich. Do you think Philippe Coutinho will be successful at Bayern Munich? Of course, I think so. But what do you think? Let's get the discussion going on all my social media platforms at Midas Soccer. It's currently showing on the screen right now. Moving on to the next story. Manchester United have utterly condemned the racist abuse that was aimed at their multi-million-dollar signing Paul Pogba after he missed a penalty kick on Monday in their game against Wolves. Of course, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Paul Pogba won that penalty and of course decided to play it himself. But of course the goalkeeper, the Portugal goalkeeper, saved that penalty. A very good penalty it was. But of course he was now targeted on Twitter by some crazy people that are really making this issue to really go real big these days. Remember, Tammy Abraham was also attacked after he missed a penalty versus Liverpool in the UEFA Super Cup game played about a week ago. This cannot continue for our game. The football game is so beautiful. We love the football game. We don't see color when the game is being played. And of course, kudos to Manchester United for coming out to condemn such an attack on such a great player. Paul Pogba, remember, has always wanted to move on from Manchester United, saying he's not happy. And of course, the fans have shown him support so far in the 2 games that have been played already in the Premier League season. Of course, some other players from Manchester United, Marcus Rashford and the likes, and of course, their multi-million-pound signing as well, Eric Maguire, have also come out to defend their teammate Paul Pogba, saying there is no space at all for racism in the game of football. And hopefully, these guys are really being handled the way they should handle them. Ban them for life, from even if it is possible, ban them from being able to watch the game on their own television at home. We really can't continue this way if we really have to keep enjoying this game. And of course, our support go out to Paul Pogba on that very unfortunate situation right there. Manchester United eventually drew the game 1-1 against Wolverhampton Wanderers on Monday night. Moving on, still in the English Premier League. Of course, Wilfred Ndidi's powerful header gave Leicester City a 1-1 draw against Frank Lampard's Chelsea Football Club in Chelsea's second home game in the English Premier League. Chelsea have played 3 competitive games so far this season. They've not won either of them. They played their first game of the season opener, of course, in the Premier League against Manchester United, and they lost that one by 4-0. The UEFA Super Cup was the next game for Chelsea, and of course, they also lost that one 5-4 on penalty shootout. Tammy Abraham played a very, very weak penalty on that day. But of course, something has really stood out for this Frank Lampard side. They play beautifully. Some beautiful football they've been playing so far, but they've not really had the result they desire. And of course, last weekend on Sunday, they played a 1-1 draw against Leicester City at of course, Stamford Bridge. So Frank Lampard somehow might be worried at this time, but he has really, really enjoyed a lot of support from all Chelsea fans across the world, seeing what he has done, even with the 2-year ban placed on that club. Frank Lampard has been able to bring back some players on loan and, of course, has formed a very good squad so far. And hopefully at the end of the season, they are able to get to the top 4 of the Premier League and maybe go as far as maybe the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and who knows, they can go all the way in the UEFA Champions League that they will be playing. And of course, the UEFA Champions League draw will be held on August 29th to know who Chelsea will be playing with at the group stage of that big championship. Moving on now, of course, back to the La Liga in Spain. Barcelona are willing to pay 160 million euros for Brazilian star Neymar. But of course, they don't want to pay that money until the 2020 summer transfer window. That is the latest offer they have made to the current owner of the Brazilian star Neymar, which is Paris Saint-Germain of France. Remember, Neymar has not played any game this season for PSG, and they've already played 2 games in the French Ligue 1, and of course they've won 1, they lost 1. Neymar has not been dressed for any of those games, and he did not showcase in any of the preseason games for Paris Saint-Germain as well. Real Madrid are also interested in signing the 27-year-old Brazilian, and of course just early this week, Juventus also joined the fray of also signing Neymar. They are actually interested more in, of course, exchanging Paulo Dybala, the Argentine star, with Neymar, and of course, with some money on top of it. Where do you think Neymar will be playing at the end of the season? Neymar has between now and September the 2nd, when the transfer window will close across Europe. It will close in France, it will close in Germany, it will close in Spain, and of course, in France as well. The Premier League transfer window has already closed, so no player can be signed on to any other team, but player can still leave the Premier League clubs as well. But where do you think Neymar will be playing next season? 160 million from Barcelona to PSG. But of course, they said they don't have the money right now because they spent a lot of money already this summer. They have actually spent close to 250 million euros in the signing of Antoine Griezmann. They signed Nigel de Jong, and they signed Neto, and they signed Junior Firpo. Barcelona have really spent a lot of money this summer window. But of course, remember, Neymar, he's still the most expensive player in history. He was signed by Paris Saint-Germain from Barcelona for 222 million euros in 2017. I really hope that man is able to sort himself out and continue to play his game and entertain us on the field as he used to do. Finally, on my sport on community today, MLS, the Major League Soccer in the United States, of course, have announced on Tuesday that it has awarded an expansion team to the city of St. Louis in Missouri, swelling the league's ranks to 28 clubs. 28 clubs will now be playing the Major League Soccer. Of course, congratulations to the people of Missouri, and of course, especially to the city of St. Louis. St. Louis ownership group includes Enterprise Holdings Foundation President Caroline Kendall Betts and other female members of the Taylor family, making it the first female majority-owned team in MLS history. The investor group is rounded up by Worldwide Technology CEO Jim Cavanaugh and Enterprise Holding Executive Chairman Andy Taylor. The team will begin to play in the 2022 soccer season, as we call it right here in the United States. And the process for selecting the team name, badge, colors will begin immediately. So this is a very, very good development for MLS. Though some people are not really happy with the way the Major League Soccer is set up, but so far it's been very, very successful for them in that league, and I hope they keep doing a good job they're doing towards the World Cup hosting that is coming up soon in the United States, Canada as well. This is all I have for you on this week's episode of My Community Sport. It's been my pleasure coming your way again after missing out on some episode of the show, and I apologize for that to all my fans on the show. I will make sure I made up from now on, and of course, it's good being back again. I'll see you guys again next week, God willing. My name is Bayonle Arashi. Keep doing sport. Bye-bye now.